that all do basically the exact same thing. There's also 3 versions of the AK-47, which is unnecessary, but with the new progression system, players are encouraged to change their builds regularly. It's honestly quite exciting to grind this game. I don't really care about camos, but I love the idea of maxing out the levels on each gun. I mean, seriously, I haven't felt the desire to grind COD like this since 2019, and before that, it was Black Ops 1. So, while every gun so far has been fun to use, not every weapon is fun to be shot by. For some reason, Infinity Ward thought it would be a good idea for snipers and marksman rifles to not have any flinch at all. Here's a situation that sucks ass and happens quite often. Player 1 gets the shot on player 2 and shoots him twice. Should have the upper hand, but player 2's aim isn't thrown off, and he hits a headshot with little effort.
This fucking bullshit!
The enemy has your flag.
Not much has been added to the game mechanically, more has been taken out. Mounting, doors, sliding, reloading while ADS, all the quality of life stuff is still there. The core gameplay is as you'd expect. Overall movement and flow feels mostly perfect. Not too fast, not too slow. It's similar to 2019 without the sluggish weapon feeling. Slide canceling and bunny hopping, though not completely removed, have been very much nerfed. A positive change for me personally, though many others are upset. I'd equate it to button combos in Halo 2. It's like, yeah, it's cool to see that. I don't want to have to do it. I don't like it when major exploits become the skill gap. You got those drop-shotting dorks that hit the deck every time they see a fly move. And dolphin diving has a purpose now. Great for sprinting into objectives and avoid taking fire. Reload canceling has been replaced with a new mechanic that allows you to space out parts of the animation. And just like in 2019, the reload animations and attention to detail are the best in the industry. What else is new? Wall hanging. Instead of always clambering over a wall, now you can hang on it. If you got a pistol, you can peek over for some surprise kills. This also tears down the grid block-like feeling of COD's recent map design, where invisible walls run rampant. Rock especially has a ton of walls like this where you can kind of break the flow of the map a bit, allowing for creative and unpredictable movement. Pistols have gotten some love as a secondary. Now switching to your other weapon is faster than reloading. If you empty the mag of your primary, you automatically swap to the pistol, and this gives them some much needed utility on the battlefield. Alright, XL man, give us your thoughts on the maps, huh? I bet you hate them, right? Wrong. I think the map design is pretty good. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's been a little far, no question, but
I think the maps are pretty good in this game, honestly. With the exception of that one kind of like warehouse map and border crossing. I think they're all pretty good.
map design as a whole has regressed tremendously since Modern Warfare 3. After a while, it does kind of feel like same 66 small lane maps. This game would greatly benefit from a map like High Rise, Wasteland, or Afghan. Can't believe there's no remakes yet. I can only think of one map that I genuinely don't enjoy, and that's Seraph Bay and Ground War. It's just too big, there's too much running, reminds me of Stonehaven. Maps ain't perfect though, some modes aren't optimized well. Mercado Las Almas has one side spawn on B in domination, and that quickly messes up how domination is played. In fact, the maps are so good, Infinity Ward might be facing some legal troubles, since two of them are based on real locations. Greenberg Hotel has upset the real-life Dutch Hotel. A spokesperson says, more generally, we don't support games that seem to encourage the use of violence. That seem to.
Kick rocks, nerd. Like, bruh, Call of Duty should just fucking, like, sue the shit out of that hotel to the point where they closed now. But, yeah.
Games that seem to encourage violence?
I don't know,
Nobody
man.
thought Modern Warfare reflected some random hotel's views on human life. Valderas Museum has been cut.
If I was a hotel, I would be fucking honored being a COD game, because it's free fucking advertising.
For what some speculate is similar reasons. It's unfortunate this is affecting the map selection. I'm getting off topic though. The maps had pretty great flow. The more I played, the better I could predict engagements. There's enough routes and paths through each one that I never feel like I'm walking into a meat grinder with zero options and no chance of survival. Zarqua Hydroelectric has that cool water gimmick, and it's perfect for a one-off map. I see a lot of people bitching about the Santa border crossing. Let me just say I would rather have this map than anything from COD World War II or Infinite Warfare. Perhaps you don't remember how boring some of these COD maps used to be. I get why people don't like it, but I much prefer experimentation and gimmicking maps than just the streamlined copy and pasted crap. And Infinity Ward seems to be doing what Bungie did with Reach. That is reusing areas from one mode into another. Border Crossing is in 6v6, but it's also a small part of the Ground War map. Parts of Rust can be found in Tarak, Mercado Las Alamos, and Said.
I'm gonna have a hot take. I think Halo Reach hit some of the worst multiplayer maps in the entire Halo franchise. Actually, the worst. Yeah.
You might say this is cheap, but if it means we get more overall maps, then I'm all for it. Infinity Ward delivered a pretty decent amount of modes here. It's kind of dumb that Hardcore was withheld to pump up numbers for the release of Season 1. Genuinely don't know why they did that or why they're calling it Tier 1. But we also got some Counter-Strike-esque modes like Prisoner Rescue and Knockout. I like getting revived because I suck ass in one life modes and die immediately every time. You can tell Infinity Ward's goal is to kind of appeal to the Escape from Tarkov crowd and a bit of the Rainbow Six Siege crowd. They're able to provide the core Call of Duty experience while also branching out to others. Then there's also Invasion. No, it's not as cool as Reach. It's basically just Big Team Slayer with a bunch of bots running around and no objectives. I mean, it's kind of fun, great for grinding weapon XP, but I feel like World War II tried to copy operations from Battlefield 1. And Invasion should just try that again. The real highlight is Ground War. Ironically, Call of Duty is the one doing Conquest better than Battlefield these days. It's missing the cringe voice lines, though.
I am not overconfident. It is better than it was.
Ground War whips ass. Matches are long and intense with all sorts of vehicles. It's perfect for groups of 4 to mess around in. The big-ass helicopters that you can spawn in and fly in, those are awesome.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Did you guys see the helicopters crashed into each other? Both exploded in midair.
I've had so many hilarious moments in Ground War.
You gotta be shitting me. Who sits there? Why there?
Tony Esquire with the 5. Good morning, Griffin. Happy holiday, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, my guy.
Why? Why are you prone in a fucking random corner? This is my new mission. Kill these fucking guys here. I have no kills. Get that shit out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why?
So all the maps, modes, mechanics, movement, the general feel of the game, none of it sucks ass to me. And that's why I'm calling
Yeah, I was not a big Halo Reach fan. I mean, I played the campaign like about a year ago at this point for the first time, and
The enemy has your
it was
flag.
okay, but I have always hated Reach multiplayer. Reach multiplayer has not been for me.
this multiplayer awesome. But what Modern Warfare 22 fucked up? Well, it's time we went there. In the age of modern gaming, no developer is allowed a smooth launch. And while this video is being recorded the day before Season 1 comes out, I'm still going to talk about this stuff anyways. The game is missing a ton of core features, but worse, it's been wildly unstable. I've had multiple crashes. Sometimes you and your friends crash simultaneously. Like, how does that happen?
Oh, don't tell me the game.
Whoa,
crashed.
it did just happen. Yeah. No, mine's still frozen, bro.
Wow.
Did it really just do that?
Fuck the Vault Edition. This didn't
Wow,
fix
it did
shit.
crash!
Oh my god, it crashed for both of us?
It crashed, yeah!
Yo, fucking what? Wait a minute, like,
Enemy
the game actually
captured
fucking
the
crashed
flag.
both of you at the same time?
Probably crashed the whole lobby.
Whole server, yeah.
No! Crashed the game for you. Bro, you gotta be shitting me.
I was doing so good.
That is another game crash.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It didn't crash. No way in hell did it crash.
Game crash.
Playing solo, you don't have too many issues, but if you dare to share the fun with friends, the game will stop searching for a match constantly, forcing everyone to leave the party, rejoin, but then you gotta navigate the godforsaken menus to group up again, and then there's a cooldown on inviting people, so if they don't accept the invite right away, you gotta wait 2 minutes for some godforsaken reason.
Thinking it, I'm just saying it.
User interface sucks donkey balls. It's not as bad as Cold War, which would literally crash every other match. Every time it loads a new match, the menus just freeze for 30 seconds. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Hello? Can I change my custom class? Can I activate a double XP token? I'll buy the Vault Edition. How about that? Does it stop freezing the game and I'll spend money? Ah, screw it, I'm grabbing a beer. Most of the basic quality of life features have been surgically removed by the former Hulu employees hired to make this UI. Currently, there is no way to check any kind of lifetime stats, a first for the Call of Duty franchise, and a low point. There's no stats in general. Like, how much time have I played? How many kills have I gotten with this weapon? What is my performance over the last 5 maps? Used to be Call of Duty was like the best in the business about giving you all the unnecessary stats you cared about. You know, what emblems and nameplates have I unlocked? You can't even see your deaths on the scoreboard until the match ends. Well, at least it's better than not having a scoreboard at all, so count your blessings. If you compare MW22 to the 2009 version, it's astounding how much has been cut. There ain't even a barracks anymore.
Yeah, I think stats come late in every game. I don't really know why the fuck that's the case, but yeah, apparently.
Oh, I guess they gotta patch that in now. Modern gaming. It astounds me how much effort has been put into every facet of gameplay, from the visuals, the sound design, the animations, the customization, and yet nobody could be fucked to include the bare essentials, like stats. Remember where you could keep track of challenges? Because
I understand why they waited to add challenges, because, you know, that way you get XP for boosting your battle pass. That would be my guess. They waited to add challenges for season 1, so that way all your challenge XP would count towards your battle pass, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe that's not true, but
the game had challenges. Oh, 22 has challenges, but it's only dailies. Why the fuck do companies keep doing this? Why do they strip down the game and just 3 daily challenges? Halo Infinite did this and it sucked ass. Overwatch did this and it sucked ass. Modern Warfare 22 is doing it and it sucks ass. Stop doing it, game developers, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
What I miss is like the diverse challenges, you know, there was stuff like kill an enemy with a care package and you get this cool emblem. Get a throwing knife kill while flashbanged. Where is all of that? Then there's simple stuff like being able to see locked calling cards or emblems. Apparently there's almost 200, but all I see are 16 different pride flags. This user interface... I say to hell with these horizontal box menus. Embrace drop-down menus. Also, why on God's green earth do I have to restart the game to play the campaign? No other COD does this, and they never have, because it's awful. I always forget there's an after-action report because it's tucked away in the bottom left, almost like the designers intentionally don't want you to know. There are no medals or accolades, leaderboards, no hardcore, no ranked modes. You can't turn off crossplay if you're on PC because fuck you. Can't save custom blueprints for the gunsmith. There's no theater. For some reason, there's no notifications when you...
It still makes me weak that Sony paid Activision to have input-based matchmaking as a fucking exclusive feature.
Lock a new camo. Sometimes notifications pop up with a challenge that you completed, but it doesn't say what challenge it was. Probably the funniest thing are activating XP tokens. It doesn't show a timer. Why?
Why?
You gotta pull out your stopwatch like a caveman to know when it runs out. And what's really funny is like XP token. Like there's 3 dots here when it's very clear they could add an N at the end. Yet even though the UI is obnoxiously bad, when I start blasting my gats in a match, I mostly forget about it. At the very least, Infinity Ward has said they plan to improve the UI, so I'll eagerly await. That's a good sign. Please fix it. Don't fuck this up again. Spec Ops once again makes a return in... I just hope this shit is playable, okay? I have low standards now.
Oh my god, what, how did I trigger that? Don't go in there.
Why not?
What did I say?
Oh yeah.
Not Nile with the 2, it's input-based match. Basically, if you're on controller, you only play against computer people. And same with you.
Now this is playable.
Okay, buddy. I told you to crawl under that. Asshole.
Well. That was fun. Now let's check out the other missions. All 2 of them. I can't say I'm surprised. Truth be told, I figured they would just get rid of Spec Ops completely in favor of Warzone 2, that DMZ mode, and we're gonna be getting co-op raiding in Call of Duty? Like Destiny? This game is fucking massive, man. Yeah, I think this franchise really benefits from a solid limit the experience because you don't always want to be sweating buckets in the multiplayer. If there's one thing we should all agree on, it's how ambitious this game is. I think the Spec Ops missions are well designed. They got some collectibles, cutscenes, story beats, but without a decent survival mode and more missions, it's not a lot to chew on. Hopefully this changes. At least it's playable, right? Well, when it comes down to it, my issues with Modern Warfare 22 are mostly superfluous or stylistic. It's more with how the game functions than how the game plays, and that's a big difference. What took me some time to understand is that when I got frustrated with MW22, it wasn't because it's a bad game. It's Call of Duty. Getting shot around corners when you're 5 meters behind them, or getting massacred by a bunch of STR using drop shots, quick scoping butt plugs. That's just how it's always been. The fact that I'm still playing this says a lot about it. I put like 7 hours into Vanguard and I was good. For the first time in forever, a new Call of Duty delivers. Though far from perfect, its failures and missteps are so small when compared to the last decade of releases. Though the plot is wacky, stupid, and very low stakes, the campaign is one of the best in terms of gameplay.
I strongly disagree with that. Very fucking strongly disagree with that.
The issues I have with 22 are game breaking or can be fixed. In fact, many of them have already been fixed, and that's the saving grace for it. To Call of Duty Modern Warfare 22, I give you the highest of honors. I haven't called a new COD game awesome in a long, long time. For the staff at Infinity Ward and all the other studios that worked on this game, I'm so happy I can say this, if but one last time. That's how it's done. Nice job, Rangers.
An ally returned our flag.
Do you guys think Griffin hates the campaign? I would say it's a pretty safe bet, man. I think saying I strongly dislike the campaign is an understatement. Honestly, man, I would have never even fucking finished it if I wasn't streaming it. Right hand to God. I did not like that campaign. At fucking all, dude. That campaign was not the fucking move. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, guys, because my throat is actually fucking killing me right now. And in case I am gonna get sick, I wanna, you know, reduce the total damage if possible, because I really don't want to fucking lose my voice. So, have a wonderful Saturday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace out, guys.
Double kill.
This moment will be remembered in song.
Time.